قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Now nearly everything has changed this year, and after somewhat selling my soul to YouTube, but not in an Islamic way, before he finds me and he calls me
probably a Shia, innit? They're all kuffar. They're all kuffar. What? Shia kuffar, what? Do something.
And having somewhat been uploading close to 1 year straight on YouTube, the time for me to stop YouTube potentially is coming up a bit sooner than I thought. I'll explain it soon in another video. But apart from that, it's finally time for me to open my medical school exams and see whether YouTube has actually impacted my progression in medical school. So yeah, inshallah it goes well. And so guys, before we begin, inshallah ta'ala, just listen to this banger. God damn! Alright, so guys, it's cringy stuff. First year medical student at Queen Mary University of London, or potentially second year medical student today, or potentially I'm going to get deported back to Yemen or Somalia, and I'm not going to get my dreams of having those for why. And many of you guys don't know that the results today is actually for the second sitting of the exam, so even family don't know that, you know what I'm trying to say? So inshallah ta'ala, I'm going to go through it. I'm going to give my 2 cents behind it and how I sort of tackled the year if it goes well. If it doesn't, qaddarallahu wa ma shaa fa'al. I don't think it will, you know, I'm confident. Even though I was confident that I'd pass first time around, but now I'm more confident, which means that this is still my first year, so it's not like I had to retake the year or anything like that. Med school is really, really tough, so inshallah ta'ala, let's actually go through it and let the results do the speaking itself. Sharing negative result and sharing good result, both essentially might not be good for that of the internet. So for example, good result, everyone knows, as per the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, about ayn being true. I don't want to quote it incorrectly. Or kama qala Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I know a lot of the good things that come to a person, I share it very sparingly, but as per the negative results, if this is negative, then inshallah ta'ala, I don't think any of that's happening. I tied my camel, I've done the best of my ability, and guys, no matter what happens, whether it be positive or negative, just remember at the end of the day, it's all qadar. As long as you put in your effort and you've tied up that camel, and today or in the past I've wrapped that camel around the tree like 50 million times. Basically I put in my full effort with all that cringe aside. That no one's gonna harm you except via the permission of Allah. So you failing or retaking or even getting kicked out of medical school, it's all qadr at the end of the day. If you tried your utmost, which the majority of people don't, but if you do, you try everything that was in your capability, just leave the rest to Allah, you know what I'm trying to say? If you put your trust in Allah, don't stress it. That's why I'm not too stressed, you can probably tell. Obviously inside I'm scared, my dad's gonna smack me up if I was to fail, wallahi. I'm not saying physically smack me up just before social services get a little bit happy, no. You know, verbally, tell me the truth, advise me, all that sort of stuff. May Allah bless my dad. But inshallah ta'ala, you know, I just want to jump on. I want to check it out. But on top of that as well, don't think for what's happening. Wallahi, if I fail, it's a whole shambolic story about Amori. But inshallah ta'ala, let's go check it now. Enough of the delay. Alright, so guys, I'm entering Outlook at the moment. Okay, I see the email. Okay, so far what I can see, by the admission to Amreen Hussein, feedback is now available. Okay. Alright. So it's there. Just so, before I click it, what you need is a greater than 50% per every topic. So for example, there's paper A, which is some of the other stuff you do throughout the year. So some of the presentations, the attendance, that sort of necessary stuff. So that's not what I'm concerned of. There is a segment of it that obviously that would be concerning, but the vast majority of it, I'm cool with it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get over, inshallah. Paper B, which is the test that we done at the end of the year. Then there's paper C, which is the spotter exam, which is another test that we done at the end of the year. If you get 50%, all 3 components you pass on to the next year. As per paper A, because it's made out of like a lot of stuff, you need to pass every single one as well as get over 50%. So inshallah ta'ala, let's see how it goes. Khair, inshallah ta'ala, you'll be able to see on screen as well, so don't stress. Adjusted score. Okay. Sorry guys for doing that mid-video, wallahi I'm so sorry. But that being said, the only reason why I stopped the video is so I can mention not the sponsors, not the affiliates of this video as of such, but one organisation I really want to shout out. Like it actually matters with my 300 views, but a really good organisation is that of the name of My Tezkiyah. Now I've mentioned what they do as per the service that they offer people who are suffering from watching certain types of content online, the internet. Now I've had a lot of brothers speak to me privately on this, and some of them muster up the courage to come speak to me because they've been addicted to P and its likes for the longest, like 7 years, 8 years, some of them as long as they can remember. Some brothers, wallahi, they told me some mad stuff, as in like they were addicted and they would commit an action related to what My Tezkiyah help you with, essentially dealing with X-related content. These brothers would be hooked on every single day for like 3 years. They couldn't stop, you know what I'm trying to say? And at the end of the day, there's a natural inclination, even that of which you understand when you study basic sciences. Desires essentially need to be channeled in a right way. And especially with the prevalence of using phones and social media, it's very difficult for a lot of people, and it's the secret sin, and that's the way to put it, because a lot of people are suffering but you guys don't realize, and that's the reason why I'm saying My Tezkiyah, Ustad Yusuf, and the likes of people. I believe even Gabriel Romani also mentions it in some of his videos. Trying to go seek help is a need for some of these people. If you've dealt with this problem for over 6 months at the very least, or even 1-2 months, and you can't stop, then inshallah ta'ala it's not too late, you know what I'm trying to say. May Allah bless you lot. Remember, in this case it's not exposing your sin if you go seek help, you know what I'm trying to say. So inshallah ta'ala I hope that answers, not even answers your question, but I hope that this is a reminder, because you don't want to go to Allah with a massive sin like that on your shoulders and you never sought help, you know what I'm trying to say. So that being said, let's carry on with the video, and the links of My Tezkiyah is going to be at the bottom. Inshallah ta'ala, please go seek help. Okay, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Alright guys, so obviously I'm going to blur out some of my details inshallah. As you guys will be able to see, part A, alhamdulillah, pass. Part B, Part 1, Section B, pass as well, which isn't the greatest of pass, not 80% pass, it's a 60% pass. The other one's also basically a 60% pass, which is really good, at least from my standards, because I am joke man. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't even feel like a medical student. I feel like some plonker who's just sat at home, watched a few lectures here and there. Alhamdulillah, innit? Wallahi, praise be to Allah. First year medical school down. Come on, four more wives. Alright, so labas. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. What's a part of the sunnah? Instead of screaming out Takbir, Allahu Akbar, is to do your sajda to shukr, where you thank Allah with a sajda. I would say for the guys who got their results, may Allah bless you lot. You know, do sajda to shukr. I'm not here to corrupt my intention to do it in front of camera at the moment, but alhamdulillah, wallahi I'm happy. Takbir. Oh, I can't even say that, but alhamdulillah, man. God damn. No one's at home, so I can scream a little bit. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So now let's actually get on to how I sort of tackled the year, the summary of the year at Barts, one of the best medical schools that I think at least was an option for me. Well, alhamdulillah, wallahi, the best medical school for me. And I'm just going to give you a summary of the points before I get on to how I tackled the year. 1, I live very close to campus. Well, alhamdulillah. 2, it's a 5-year course instead of that of the traditional 5 plus 1 year for the intercalation, because they don't force you to do the intercalation, but you can choose to do it. That's why I love Barts. Another thing is that the bursary I'm applicable for, so alhamdulillah they are supporting financially that aspect of it. And then the brotherhood as well, strong. You know, there's a QM, yeah, Queen Mary ISOC, that's a part of it essentially, but separate to it. And there's filled with like a decent amount. Not everyone's gonna be serious, but I wouldn't classify myself super serious as well, but I try to be moderately priced in. And you meet a lot of brothers that are solid. You can probably see some of the pictures of Mustafa, lovely brother as well. Sammy, lovely brother as well. Giovanni, lovely brother as well. I would inshallah ta'ala is coming to QM UL as well, which is D-Thanix that you probably see on my channel as well. But nonetheless, it's amazing. Like, there's a guy there who was Amir, he knew Walsh, he knew Hafs and Asim, he knew another riwayah as well. But those that are Quran savvy, banging man. And some of the brothers go together to Egypt as well, so it's a vibe. Inshallah ta'ala, let me go through the tips. Let me just change scene, or maybe stay in the same scene, but let me actually go through how to sort of tackle this year. And just before that, we're gonna put some Quran in there for 1.5 minutes, 1 minute, inshallah ta'ala. Just sit down and watch the translation, understand the translation. At the end of the day, the video has to have some sort of benefit. It can't just be me waffling. لا بس إن شاء الله. So see you in 2 minutes.
أتى أمر الله فلا تستعجلوه سبحانه وتعالى عما يشركون. ينزل الملائكة بالروح من أمره على من يشاء من عباده أن أنذروا أنه لا إله إلا أنا فاتقون. خلق السماوات والأرض بالحق تعالى عما يشركون.